Good morning, traders. This is Rhonda, and I'm coming back to you with another trading video. And this time, the focus will be on trading for pips. How to trade on a platform such as TradingView, Forex.com, MetaTrader 4, if you have a broker. And for those of you that want to know the brokers that you can use, a lot of people use Trader's Way or Hugo. Forex.com is US regulated. Forex.com, Oanda, you trade using Oanda. They're regulated as well. Those are just a few, and you can do a little bit more research on platforms that you can use to trade with. When you're using trading with Trader's Way, even Forex you can trade using the MetaTrader platform. I am just going to use TradingView right now to explain a little bit more in depth about trading for pips. So, okay, the first thing that you want to notice is, and you can do this on any time chart. I see people scalping on the 1 minute time chart, they scalp on the 5 minute time chart, they scalp using the 15 minute, 30 minute, all of the charts. I've seen people use the daily chart to scalp, but anyway, the first thing that you want to know is the trend. Okay, so here you see where price was clearly in an uptrend, clearly going up. Okay, it will go up and create a high, pull back and create a higher low. This is market structure. And it go up and create a higher high than this high, and then come down and create a higher low. This low is higher than this low. Then it would move up and create another higher high. So by the time you've gotten to your third, you know you're trending up. Okay, so higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, indicating the possibility of a change in direction. So we continue up, we create a higher high, but then price makes a dump right here from this point. And then it comes to this area right here. Okay, so actually, so to come to this area here, and so where you have resistance in the past, then clearly the support level that was support over here turned resistance right here. Okay, so what we needed to see was price break this level first, and it did. So okay, when price was going up and it came back to this point of resistance, you got 1, 2, and 3 touches before it continued going up and making higher highs and higher lows, right? Then it comes back here, okay, and it breaks through, and then it becomes resistance right here. Well, what you want to see is price make a lower low past this point, and once it broke out past this point, okay, well, it started ranging here. So then what you do, you take this high right here. The highest point in this whole area is right here. And then the lowest point in this entire area is right here. The lowest point is right here. Well, actually, you got a low that is right here too. So let me try to cover that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you have a low right here. I have my grandson with me today, so excuse me. He likes to talk a lot. So hopefully that doesn't affect anyone in the video. So, so this is ranging at this point, okay? So when price begins to range, you want to see price break out of the range and then come back to retest the range. And you notice how price, when it broke out of the range, I'd rather go back and use this. When price broke out of the range, it came back and went down, and then it came back and retested. When the retest happens and the failure to go back inside, the box took place, then after this candle here, after this bearish engulfing candle, I would place a sell limit right here. Let me show you. This is how I would trade this. First, you find the trend. Okay. The trend was up. It came to a level of support. Then it broke that level of support right here. Finally broke out that level of support. This line was the level of support. It broke out of the line of support. Then it came back and retested that level before it moved down. It retested this line right here. But we're in this box. I'm waiting for us to break outside of the box before I am comfortable placing my trade. Because sometimes when it breaks the level of support, it can be a false breakout and then continue to the upside. So I'm waiting for it to break out of the box. It broke out of the box, right? Then it came back and retested that box with this candle and then created this bearish engulfing candle. So I'm going to get in. My entry is going to be right here at this level of support. This is where I will enter. Let me change the color. That's where I will enter, right here at this level of support. I would place me a sell limit here. My stop loss would be at this high. You see this green candle right here? I would go higher, just a tad bit higher than that wick. So my stop loss, I will place, let me use one of these. I place my stop loss right here at this next support level, which is right here. Well, resistance. This is resistance and then support right here. So that would be my stop loss. So my entry point is here. My stop loss is here. And then I am taking this and riding this all the way down to the next level of support and resistance, which is right here. Got 1, 2, 3 touches, and then it dumps right there. So that's where I would get out of my trade. I close my trade and take my profit right here. Okay, so when price is going down, okay, when it's going down, you look for the next level of support and resistance, and you take profit at the next level of support and resistance. For scalpers, there are people that like to hold their trade for long term, but I like to go, I like doing scalping. Okay, so at the next level of support and resistance was really right here. But according to this area, it's right here. Okay. So this is resistance right here. This is support. So at the point that you have a bullish engulfing, okay, so let me back up. So we hit a little small range right here, right? So you go again and take a rectangle and you draw the, you go and get the high. This is the high. Well, I'll take the highest point of these little candles right here. The highest point is that green. I'll take that green candle, and this green candle is high and this red candle's low. So at the point that price breaks out of this box right here, I am going to, because this is another little small, little tiny range. It ranged just like this one did. It ranged small right here. So what I do is I do me another limit, but it will be a buy limit. Okay, so my buy limit I would place because I'm buying, I want to buy at support. So my buy limit is going to be right here where this green candle is. My entry point is going to be right here at the open of this candle, or somewhere within that green candle. Okay, and then my stop loss is going to be, let me show you. My entry point, I'll use this line, is going to be somewhere up in here. I would put on a buy limit maybe halfway of the green candle. This green candle right here. I'll put me a buy limit order, and my stop loss is going to be just past this red candle right here. I'll just put it somewhere like right there. So when price comes back to this red line, my order is activated and I'm in the trade for this, and I ride it all the way up to the next support level, which is support and resistance level, which is right here. This is where I would get out. Right here. I would get out right at this point. Okay. Just right here, next support level. So when you're buying up, your take profit would be at support. When you are selling, your take profit is going to be at the closest, the nearest resistance. Okay, excuse me. Sorry about that. So we've gotten this, and then we got this trade. So let's see how many pips so far that we would have earned. Okay, so that's 13 pips right there. And then that's another 10 pips. So far within the hour, we made 23 pips with this move and then that move. Okay. So right here, we're ranging again. So I'm going to take the highest point. Now mind you, we still have this range. I left it here because of this action right here. And live trading is actually, the market is open and is actually, price action is happening right now. So we are here at this point, And it does some ranging right here. So I'm going to take this high, this candle, this red engulfing candle, and I'm going to go all the way to the low. Really, the lowest point is right here. But that strategy is for this point. But give me 1 second. So what price does, okay, so far we've taken this action, and then we've taken this action. Price starts to range, okay, and it comes back to this point and fails to go back inside the box. It closes outside of the box. Then we get this candle right here that happens, right? So typically, this is not a bearish engulfing candle, but we have a huge red candle and large, a good amount of, well, a nice piece of a wick right here below this red candle. And we are in a down trend. So with the rejection right here, I would say that because price failed to go inside this box right here, this is a candle, yes, momentum, yes, but this green candle right here, it has momentum, but it failed to go inside the box, failed to go back inside this range, this zone right here. So because we're in a seller's market, it would be safe to assume that price is going to go back down. Okay, so we're doing this movement right here. This is the type of movement we're doing. Right here. Okay, so move that. So now what I'm waiting on, I would assume that price is going to go down. So I probably would get into this trade taking a sell down, and then when I saw this red wick, because I know that price likes to cover the wicks, that I would have stayed in this trade to come back down and then taken my profit at this resistance. Because remember, when you're selling, you want to take profit at resistance. When you're buying, you take profit at support. Resistance is where price fails to go above the ceiling or can't break through the ceiling, and support is when price cannot break through the floor. So right here is a point of resistance, just right here. So this is where I would take my profit. What this red candle is right here. So I'm going from here to down here for another 7 pips. So 23 plus 7, that's so far 30 pips. Just doing some scalping. Okay. So again, I take this trade because this green candle failed to go inside the box that price broke out of this range from. Okay, and so this candle, you get in, and so where would you get in with this candle right here? The same level, the same area. I would do the same thing all over again that I did with this one. I would put a sell limit for this point right here. Right here. And then my stop loss would be up here. Yet again. because what I have noticed is price just repeats itself. Things repeats itself. There are patterns of behavior in the market, and you have to slow down and be patient and wait things through to learn what those patterns of behaviors are. Okay, so I took my trade here, and then I get out of my trade right here at the next resistance level. So price breaks through and closes and retests this level again and comes back down to this point right here of support. Okay, so then it comes back and fails to go above this level of resistance, support and resistance. At this point right here, I'm putting me a sell limit on for this area right here. Putting me a sell limit. I'm using this candle right here. Let me show you this little candle right here. I'm using that right there. So I'm putting me a sell limit with a stop loss for right here, just above this green wick right here. So price gets me in, and it continues to go down and breaks and goes past these red wicks right here. Well, first, okay, how did I know that price was going to go up? Let me back up. Move this out of there. Well, I'll leave that there. Right here, you have one. What you do is you take your line and you want to get all of the wicks in. So it has 1, 2, and 3 touches. This red, green, and then this red, 3 touches before it makes a move to the upside. Okay, so here you have, move that there, and to get all 3 of these wicks, you have 1, 2, and 3 touches before it makes this move to the downside. This is when the market really plunged, because this was after the open, the New York session this morning. Normally, and I want you to pay attention to this, and I'm going to take a sidebar and mention this. When price dives like this, usually, a lot of times, and I'm not going to say every single time for the sake of, somebody holding me hostage to what I say. I'm not an expert, and I'm not a professional advisor of trading. This is my suggestion, but go back and retest this and notice this for yourself. When the open happens, you're going to see a plunge in one direction, and then price usually will go back in that same direction. Okay, so the market opens at 9:30. Right here. The bell rings, ding, 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 and creates this red wick right here. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3 touches. It goes up, fails to break the support and resistance line right here. 1, 2, 3 touches. At the third touch, you notice that there's another rejection right at this level. So at that rejection point, what you're going to do is you're going to make this area your limit, your sell limit, okay? And this will be your stop loss right above this next level. This is resistance right here. This is resistance right here. So this will be your sell limit right at this green wick. When I have 3 touches, I like to take the lowest one of the 3 to make sure that I can get where all 3 are included. So the lowest of the 3 is this. The lowest of the 3, the highest of the 3 right here is this red wick. So the lowest of the 3 wicks are right here. So I'll make my sell limit for this point, and then my stop loss will be right here to take this all the way down. Where I would finish or get out of the trade would be at this point, because this is the next resistance level. I get out of my trade right here. Move this up. Right here. At the tip of this red wick. This is resistance right here. Resistance, and then it turns support and went up. So, excuse me. At this point, I'm getting out. I'm getting out of my trade right here. So because price came and broke and closed below this, for those of you that are trading the Nadex platform for expirations, this next candle was due to close below this line, because this candle came and closed and broke below this with momentum. And this is a support and resistance area. So this next candle was going to, it closed the buy candle, but it was due to stay below this line for an expiration. So then you get back in and ride it back up. And I would take it all the way back up to the point of where it went down, where the open was. I would get out right here at this next, at this point right here, support and resistance. This is support right here and resistance. So I would get out right here when I take it up. So we are in a downtrend though, still down. We're trending down, and we just created a double top right here. So we're still at the bottom or below this range. We're still below it, even though we have a bullish engulfing, we have a bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing. If I were trading on the Nadex platform, you know, right now, this is an area of where price is going to remain above. I would put it right here, stating that price would remain above this point. This is support and resistance. Resistance, support, resistance, support. So I would state that price would remain above this level. And notice where the wick is. So I would win this trade on the 5-minute binary options. This is the 5-minute chart here. All right. Stay tuned for more videos on trading. Like I said in the beginning, this one is just trading with a scalping strategy that you can use. And first, make sure that you are understanding the trend that you're in, so you only are looking for mainly sells. So when price breaks through a support and resistance, it comes back and retests, and at the retest, if it doesn't go back inside of the range, you know, box your range. If it doesn't go back inside and rejects that, then you should be good to place you a sell limit, because you are in a seller's market. Sell limit with a stop loss, trade to the next resistance level, and then take your profit at the next resistance level. Okay, when you're buying up to scalp, you trade at the next support level, take your profit at the next support level. Okay, this is just for scalping. And I showed you earlier how many pips let's see how many pips we would have gotten on this one real quick before we end. So from here, that's 18 pips, and the day is still going. The day is still going. Happy trading. 18 plus 18, 36 pips.